For those of us who live in hurricane-prone areas, we all know what this sounds like and how every year it can give us instant anxiety when we see this on TV. All we hope for is that it's not coming right for us and that it won't hit landfall in our town. I would know. I grew up in Puerto Rico and Florida, two places that get hit pretty much every year, and the storms are getting bigger and stronger. Of course, we want to stay safe in our homes when we hunker down for the storm, along with keeping our house damage to a minimum. A big part of this includes hurricane impact windows, which are windows that include special laminated glass that can withstand high projectile impacts without breaking. In this video, I wanted to share my whole process on replacing all my windows in my house with Energy Star Hurricane Impact windows. This was part of a larger net zero home renovation project where I did a whole fix and flip with energy efficiency and solar energy to power the whole house in the electric car. I'll share the planning and quoting process, how the install went, a few surprises that happened, and perhaps most importantly, how I was able to save about half price of what the window retail shops and salespeople were quoting me. And towards the end, I'll give you an update on how the windows fared after going through Hurricane Ian in late 2022, which completely devastated the area of Fort Myers, Florida. It was a lot of work and money, but in the end, it ended up being one of my favorite upgrades on the entire project. So let's get into it. The house was from 1984, and the problem was when I bought it, it still had the old single pane glass windows throughout the whole house, including the sliding doors. Not only were they now dangerous for hurricanes, but there was barely any security. The latches were falling off, the screens were broken. That's not a big deal, but overall, they were just reaching end of life. And on the energy efficiency side, being that leaky and only single pane, that just meant that the air conditioning had to fight so hard to keep the cold air in, along with the radiant heat that was pouring in through the outside due to the Florida sun. Security was also a concern because it was so easy to get through those windows. And given that I want to do an affordable project for my first net zero renovation, the neighborhood wasn't that great, so security was top of mind. So on the flip side, why would you want to replace your windows even if you have decent ones with hurricane impact windows? Well, I wrote down a quick list here. No need for shutters. You'll find that you'll also get sticker shock with shutter quotes, and I found them in some cases just as much or almost just as much as hurricane windows themselves. So why not just do the windows instead of shutters? But that could be debatable. I had already touched on security, but the hurricane glass is really hard to break, so it can deter burglars and people trying to get in the home. And actually, on the last night of me moving out of the home, someone did try to break into the home with a crowbar. I found the marks on the doors. Luckily, they did not try to get through the windows, but it did end up happening. On a more peaceful note, these windows are extremely quiet because of how beefy they are and double pane glass and everything, so that you can't even hear the rain outside, and it also would help with traffic noise and other noise outside. On the financial benefit side of things, you'll probably get insurance discounts. You might need to do a new 4-point inspection once you install these, but they'll like to know that you have a new, stronger hurricane glass on the house. And then also you might get a home value increase. This is always subjective. It's always up to the buyer. But in Florida and these other hurricane-prone areas, again, as they get worse now, this could be a big deal that the house has hurricane impact windows throughout, and it would either sell faster and or sell for more, most likely. So starting out in the planning process, I had never done this before, but my best idea was just to start getting quotes from the main retail big box stores and also from the local window companies, where a lot of you may have seen this or you will see this, where they come up to your door and everything looks very polished. There's a reason for this, and it's usually reflected in the price they give you. I constantly was getting sticker shock, and then I just decided to go back to the drawing board because it wasn't making sense. While this was my first time doing this and effectively was just a homeowner, I had owned small companies in the past, and I do now. And I just knew that there should be a better way and a better price to get this done other than what I was seeing. And your project will be different, but this was a 1,800 square foot home with 8 windows and 3 sliding doors. I was consistently getting quotes for $25,000 to $30,000 plus. And again, I just knew we could get this down. So if you want to put in the time and effort to save money, this is the tip at least I'd used to save about $15,000 to $20,000 on this project. I went back to the drawing board and first of all measured all the windows myself and just did a lot of research on how to measure windows properly to get quoted. And then I formed an LLC as part of the whole project so that you can look more legit as a business. After that, I called literally every window supplier in town. That's a big difference. There are distributors and suppliers, not necessarily window installers, at least in my experience in this area. And this is where I could buy the windows directly as a company and not at retail rates from the big box stores and the salespeople and the local companies. So after spending many hours talking to all of them, I started to get the good quotes in, and they were literally about half the price of what I was getting quoted before. Now, of course, you're going to add on installation and permits unless you do it yourself and things like that. But what you can do is talk to them, and they usually work with some key installers over and over again. And so you could just ask for their contact info, and that's what I did. So one of their installers came over and gave me a reasonable quote for the install once the windows got delivered, and we were off to the races. On this project, the lead time was about 3 months out for custom ordering, and that's just what's going on right now because hurricanes are getting worse and the need for hurricane impact windows are just in more demand. There are, of course, a bunch of hurricane impact window manufacturers, but the one I went with was PGT, the WindGuard series, because it was Energy Star, really good quality white vinyl for energy efficiency and longevity, and also the price was good, and they're built locally, so we support local companies. And I mentioned white vinyl because that's the most energy efficient you can get. The white coloring reflects the sunlight and the heat, and not being metal, that also deflects or at least slows down the heat transfer from the hot outside into the cooler inside. So that'll help keep your air conditioning bills down, overall utility bills down, along with the double pane argon gas filled glass and the Energy Star rating in total, in addition to the air sealing around the windows to keep it airtight. So finally, after all the planning and ordering and phone calls and scheduling, it was finally time to do the install. And once the crew was on site, it went pretty quick. And also, I will go over the final costs at the end of the video. The install actually only took 1 day, which is amazing because you don't want the house open and exposed while you're swapping out windows. So it was great that they could do it so quickly. We did run into a problem, which luckily was remediated immediately. You have to cut the stucco around the frame to take the old window out. And when we did, there was old T111 siding with a ton of mold and water damage, as you can see in the videos and pictures here. This existed on most of the windows outside, and to be fair to the installers, there's no way for them to have foreseen this. So I paid them $500 extra. They went and got plywood at Home Depot. We replaced the wood, and then we were able to frame up the windows and finish up the project. There was a nice couple that I had hired to paint the exterior of the house at the same time, and they just offered to do the stucco and did a good enough job to seal everything up afterward. The last bit that dragged on was the permit stuff, and because hurricane windows and the specs needed to get approved for that are so stringent, I believe the permit paperwork was over 50 pages, if not 80 pages or something, with all the spec sheets and everything required, if I remember correctly. So that pretty much concludes the project. As you can see, it's a ton of time and work, but I was in a mode where saving money was the most important thing, which I did save $15,000 to $20,000. And looking back, I do feel it was totally worth it. Also, I absolutely love the windows. It totally transforms the house in terms of quietness, a modern look. You have the peace of mind as the hurricanes start rolling in to your location. And I cannot describe that feeling of knowing that the house is most likely going to withstand any hurricane. So as promised, I can go over the cost real quick. And this project actually doesn't have that many line items. The total cost for the windows and sliding doors themselves was $10,657.51. I paid $3,100 for the install, and then the surprise with the mold and the wood replacement was another $500. So this is a total of $14,257.51. As in some of the other videos on the channel, I want to mention inflation because inflation has hit us hard in the last 2 to 3 years. And if you were to do this project today, it would most likely be about 25 to 30% higher than this. So upwards of, $17,000, $18,000, $19,000 for the same exact thing. However, that also means your retail prices would be that much more as well. And you still have to be pretty careful. As mentioned earlier, this house was right in the landfall path of Hurricane Ian in late 2022. And I'm happy to say that the house itself, the structure, did really, really well. And the hurricane windows were a big part of that. Many people were not so lucky down there. And that included about half my family that got flooded with a ton of damage. And it's just, words can't describe what these storms can do. I was in this hurricane, but I was actually up in the Tampa Bay area. It was much lighter up there. I was doing another net zero home renovation project. When the power came back on about 2 weeks later, I drove down to do some repairs on the house. And the renter at the time had said the house had been a fortress through the hurricane, which was shocking because it was 160-mile-an-hour winds for at least 4 hours, if not 6 to 8 hours. And we have a lot of articles on the website about hurricane resilience, and I'll do a lot more of these videos in the future about that. But here's some characteristics about the house that allowed it to last so well through the hurricane. The yard was destroyed, but the house made it pretty much unscathed. One was indeed the hurricane impact windows that I'm talking about in this video, replacing the single pane. Probably the biggest single reason for no damage was no flooding. So much of Florida has flooding, and this home I just make sure to buy outside of flood zones. That means there's no waterfront or anything, but it's well worth it when you go through a storm like this. The previous owner had also recently installed a new roof with slightly upgraded hurricane wind resistant shingles, so that was big there. The garage door was a reinforced hurricane garage door, so that helped. And also the roof had hurricane ties installed, which keeps your insurance down, and literally the straps hold the roof to the walls so that the roof doesn't blow off in a hurricane. And beyond that, I just consider myself really lucky there wasn't more damage. So if you're looking to do hurricane windows, I would say obviously that they are well worth it. Again, this was one of the best projects I had done on the whole house. And I hope I was able to provide some insight on how a total window and door replacement project goes, especially when you're considering energy efficient and or hurricane glass. It can get really expensive really quick. And so hopefully these are some ways to save money as well. And if you have any questions about the project, feel free to drop it in the comments below. I'll be doing a lot more videos on hurricane resilience, saving money on renovations, and also the energy efficiency and solar aspects of these projects. I appreciate your time and thank you for watching.